Hey fellas, Frankie Dave back again on YouTube. Okay guys, this video for tonight's going to be builds of my past. I went and scared up another oldie goodie I had for many years since boyhood. This is the old REVELL classic. Some kind of box scale, 1/5 something, I don't know what it is. But it's an odd box scale. This is the 1956 classic, the USS Helena, which is a Baltimore class cruiser. Now, I've seen on eBay a couple times. I've been on eBay, you know, once in a while, just kind of drenching around, more or less for reminiscing more than buying. I ran across this kit here a couple times, and boy, it sure hit home when the classics of plastics finally hit the nifty 50s, and they were a must-buy at the time. So this is a 1956 issue kit that I have here. I had this for many years. I think I was about, oh, I don't know, 16, 17 years old back then. And I think it cost $1.69 it cost. And the kits from the REVELL line were not very expensive back in those days. Virtually pocket change. But I had this for a long time. I got it out of my carry-o. I got a bunch more too that I bought back in the 50s. I like to show here on YouTube land. Keep you guys on your toes, keeps me busy, keeps me building. Okay guys, this is a USS Helena. She's a Baltimore class cruiser, a heavy cruiser. There's a Helena CV 50. She was built by Bethlehem Steel. And keel was launched 1940. And she's supposed to have been the successor to the Cleveland class. And with that, the Cleveland class cruiser hulls, they converted them to aircraft carriers to make light aircraft carriers out of them, or baby flat tops, however you want to call it. And the Baltimore class cruiser was a heavy cruiser. It was about the same size as the battleship, in particular 624 to 630 feet, somewhere around there. And she had 9 9-inch guns, and 40 millimeters and 20 millimeters, and 28 anti-aircraft guns, and 20 caliber anti-aircraft guns. And the aircraft that she had at the time was said having Kingfishers. This is the 1945 paint schedule on it, and the aircraft on the back of her fantail, or I think they're SOC-3 Seahawks. They were the float plane that was the successor to the aging chance-bought OS-2U Kingfishers. She had 2 of them. And the total aircraft that the Baltimore class cruisers carried were anywhere to 4 to 6 aircraft. And a lot of folks out there always ventured and wondered, why 6 aircraft? Where are they at? I only see 2. Well, the other 2 to 4, it's in the hangar deck down below. We'll discuss the hangar deck as we review this model. Okay, fellas, enough said. We'll come back and take a look at this and everything. I'll discuss about it, and we'll return it right back to yours truly here and finish up the vid, fellas, and go to something else. Okay, guys, all further ado, we'll go ahead and take a gander at this beautiful looking old cruiser. This is the USS Helena in a 1945 measure 32 paint schedule. The length of this model is probably maybe, oh, I don't know, between 16, 17 inches. And you can see all the fidelity of detail for such an old model, you know. And I've had this for a long time, fellas. It's kind of dusty a little bit. I try to keep these things as dust free as I can, but this thing has been in my carry-o for ages, and it's collected somewhat little bit of dust, kind of like similar to that of talcum powder. Just give it a good blow, and it vanishes into the haze. And we'll rotate this portable cutting mat I have right here. You see all the rigging done on. All the rigging was done with sprue. And then this all rigging, this sprue, I was really surprised the sprue really stayed on there all these years since I had this thing. And it's a beautiful kit. It's a pretty amateurish kit for its day. For its day, it was a cat's meow. I mean, it was a must. I mean, you had to have one of these. Nowadays, compared to what's out there, it's a dinosaur. But still has glamour. And we'll switch this thing around. So they have the fantail. And we'll zoom in. I'll show you about the float plane situation, fellas. One of the guys has questioned me many years ago. We'll go in very slowly, very slowly. There we go. You might be able to see it from here. Let me adjust this camera a little more, fellas. There we be. Okay, less shakiness. Right here, fellas, this is a hangar bay. And what this hangar bay does, it slides all the way forward. And this seaplane crane will pick up the aircraft and drop it to the hangar bay. The ones that need repairs are being repaired. The ones that have been repaired and ready to take off, loads it up, put it top the catapult, close that hangar bay, prepare to launch. The Baltimore class cruiser was a pretty heavy armed cruiser for its day. It was composed of 9 9-inch guns, as primary objectives. It had 5-inch 38 closed mounts. You had 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. You had 12 5-inch 38s. And you had 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16, 24, 40 millimeters. And the rest are 20 anti-aircraft guns that they used. And so this is a very impressive cruiser today. Now the way this thing was molded, it's for the beat of me, I've always wanted to know when I was younger, well, how come they didn't put the screws on this thing? They gave you 2 rudders. But this is actually more or less, folks, is a semi waterline model. And with a semi waterline model, it can be placed in its elements as underway without the loaded water line, and or it can be put on a stand. So I put it on the stand, this thing, and I wasn't do nothing but just put it together out of the box and go from there. So if anybody's got one of these things in their kits, they'll find it's a very easy kit to build and very old. And I imagine you probably got a lot of flash on it too. This one didn't have flash because it was this new moldings, new release back in 1956, and the box is a lot more narrower than the boxes they show you on eBay, like the ones that released back in 1960s. They just use different boxing, but the boxings, these things, were almost like that of a shoebox, real small and slender. So this is the USS Helena. She was in Pearl Harbor, December 7th, 1941, the date of infamy. And she was attacked by high-altitude bombers. She wasn't sunk, but she was heavily damaged. And she went back to Puget Sound to get overhauled, refit, and repaired and put to sea. She was scrapped in 1959. She was one of the oldest of the Baltimore class cruisers. And the paint schedule on this thing is 5D dark gray. Red oxide for the waterline, black boot topping, and also you got pale gray, and also sea blue for the deck sea blue it used. And in 1942, they were painted in a similar to a dazzle outfit, to a dazzle camouflage, using blues 5S and 5N. Okay, guys, this concludes the builds of the past on the USS Helena, the Baltimore class cruiser. I'm going to turn the video back to yours truly and finish up the bid. Here he is, boys. Here he is. Okay. While let this thing load up, probably dust something else. I might make another builds of the past tonight, or if not, definitely tomorrow, folks. So I got to get hot on this USS Princeton, and get some painting done on her, and I'm going to prepare to start getting the gator wall painted up. And did some deep cleaning yesterday. I got my stash all cleaned up. Oh boy, I tell you, I've counted my models. I got over 1,500 models I have over here in the corner, and plus I got another 1,500 or probably more than that, not even built, just like these here, that are in the basement. While I'm talking about it, it's just an extra treat, fellas. This old man ain't got nothing to do but just kind of chew the fat a little bit and do a little waffling and show this famous Builds of the Past video. Let me show you the stash pile I got here, guys. I had to clean this mess up. Jesus. You guys will be amazed. Here it is in the corner right there, guys. All the way to from the deck up to the top side. And I got this is my paper model of my Admiral Lancaster, my Go Mix Fly model. And it's all paper kit, 133 scale. Wingspan about 41 inches. And there's my Curtis Jenny right there I done. And I gotta kind of watch my step around here. That flies real good. I've flown that about 4 or 5 times. It's a free flight job. And there's my Gwillows Dauntless right there. You can see the rest of the piles and piles of kits I've got. Sailboats, tugboats, submarines. Down in the basement, you wouldn't believe what I got. We'll go over here and take a close-up I got over here, fellas. There's my USS Indianapolis underway ship colors. There's an old Lindbergh USS Hood I used to have. That used to be in the water. Me and my brothers used to float that all the time. Sail up. It still works too, guys. That's all battery powered. Pond sailor, that's all it is. Turn the switch on. My brother stood one side of the pond. I stood the other. We sailed this bad boy back and forth all day long and burned out about 10 batteries. There's my paper model of my USS United States, which is rotting away in Pennsylvania Naval Yard out there by the in Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, I mean. And that's all paper right there. There's my Mauritania right there underway ship's colors. And I got my Bismarck up there that I haven't done in a long time. It's a Tamiya kit I built. There's the Arizona 1350 by Trumpeter. Haven't got that done. Got my Grumman Go Flock. I built that from scratch using old Cleveland plans. And it just goes on and on, folks. On and on. Okay, guys, we'll take a look at the flying boats over here. I got the PB2Y Coronado. I got the PBM5 Mariner. We did that on the Jake Cutler, Steve's flying boat group build. Or that was Lynn. I'm very sorry, that was Lynn's group build. My apologies, Lynn. And there's the Mighty Martin Mars, the Seamaster, and the prototype Martin Mars. The short Sunderland done out of paper. And this was shaking right down the group build, fellas, is the Dakota. So I'm working on the Airfix one right now, fellas. So I have a video of that tomorrow. And there's the Battle of Britain group build I posted way back earlier this year. That's my 124 scale Hawker Hurricane. And right over here, guys, we'll go to the other stuff I got up here. There's a B-24 Liberator for the Love of Freddy's group build. And there's a little friend P-51D Mustang. There's SA-16B Trumpeter 148 scale Albatross. And there's Speedy 197's Cold War jet aircraft. That's my Lindbergh F-90 Shooting Star. And there's a Cold War group build, my old C-54 Skymaster. Of course, This one here ain't no stranger. This one I did a while back too, guys. It's my B-25 card kit I done. And I tell you folks, I got a lot of kits here shaking up here. Inside there you can see my merchant fleets I have down below. Ocean liners, battleships, Yamato. They got the USS Missouri, if I bring that out too. More scenes of my aircraft armada. And that'd be about it, fellas. We'll take the camera and yours truly finish up the video. And that'll be that. Okay, guys, excuse this roughness with the camera. So there you go. Okay, fellas, there you go, right there. Kind of excuse the with the camera thing. I wasn't paying attention too much. Just a little something new, folks. What you guys seen in here ain't nothing what I got down below. Nothing. And what I got behind the house. And what I got out in the garage. So I got a lot of stuff. Okay, guys, this concludes Bills of the Past. My REVELL 1956 classic, the USS Helena. CV-50. And I'll probably bring another Bills of the Past and surprise you guys. You guys probably like. I got a lot more coming this way. Keep you guys amused. I'm going to get turned to on the C-47 Dakota and get my Princeton going. Okay, guys, time to get out of here right now. I'd like to thank everybody out there for tuning in, and may God bless and make Mama happy. Please subscribe and happy modeling and very happy Merry Christmas and to you guys' health and happy modeling again. This is Frankie Day signing off. May God bless. We'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye, fellas.